Hi there, it's Tracy. I am sharing how I create my fabric banners, just like this one that I created for the Rustic Burlap Heart Valentine's Wreath. I have a piece of muslin fabric. You can get this at any craft store, anywhere that sells fabric would have this muslin fabric. And so I have this little pennant template that I like to use. It's the perfect size for the projects that I like to do. And I'm just taking a pencil and just tracing that pennant. And I do that first because then I know exactly where to put my Mod Podge. And I'm going to use Mod Podge because it will stiffen the fabric just a little bit. My fabric is completely dry and I just have some fabric scissors. I am just going to cut out all of these shapes, and once I get all of these cut out, I'm going to shade them and paint them and make them look really cute. Okay, this next step is absolutely one of my favorite steps in painting. I love to shade all of my painting projects. I do this on almost all of them. So to get the shading effect, I have some brown paint, a little clean water, and a flat paintbrush. So to do the shading, I dip half of my brush in paint, the other half in water, and then I blend it on that paper towel. So this one right here, I am just shading lightly because I wasn't quite sure how dark I wanted it. So then I realized I wanted a little bit darker. So less is more when you're just starting. So I went back over it. With a number 1 flat paintbrush and some black paint, I'm going to paint LOVE on these pennants because I'm using this little banner for my Rustic Burlap Heart Valentine's Wreath. And then I use a brown market permanent marker just to add a bit of doodling to the edges of the little pennant. Now I'm going to share how I attach the banner to the wreath. So on one of the pennants, I have this mini tiny little hole puncher. It's by Martha Stewart, and I just punch a hole there in the top corners, in both corners. The little hole is just super small, just enough to get that little linen thread through there. This is something I had in my stash, and so I just am kind of measuring, not even measuring, just kind of eyeballing how long I'm going to need it. And I want the linen thread to go behind the pennant, so I'm just kind of looking here how I need to thread it through. So I'm just threading it through the back of the one hole and then coming out where the linen thread is behind the individual pennant. And so then I will string the rest of the letters on kind of the same way. All right, once my banner is finished and all ready to go, I am just going to attach it to the wreath. So I'm just kind of laying it kind of how I'm going to want it to go. So then that kind of helps me with the placement. And then I tie it directly to the frame. Now that I have the banner attached to my wreath, I am just adding some little bows. This little red and white polka dotted ribbon I got after Christmas at Hobby Lobby. Perfect for this little Valentine's wreath. Another tip that I have for you, these are my small cutter bee scissors that I only cut ribbon like this with, and I put just some ribbon on those scissors so that my kids know, do not mess with these scissors. Do not cut anything else with these scissors. Those are Mom's favorite fabric scissors. I will cut the ribbon at a diagonal. I like that little look for these little bows. Now this ribbon is grosgrain ribbon, which will fray. So to prevent it from fraying, I will use my little lighter. I keep one of these in my craft room in my toolbox. And I will just singe the edges, and we don't have any more fraying. So there you have it, how to create these cute, adorable fabric banners that you can attach to your wreaths. Thanks so much for watching. Now, if you would like to see the tutorial on the Rustic Burlap Heart Valentine's Wreath, I will leave a link to that here in this video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Leave me a thumbs up and a comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. I'd love to have you, and we'll talk to you soon. God bless.